Hi, my name is Rana and I'm one of the pastors at All Nations, and this is my thought for the week. Now, how do we respond to a world that is full of pain and suffering? I mean, we turn on our televisions and we are given the latest stats and the figures on how many people died all due to COVID. Or we are told about the latest conflicts that are brewing around the world, and we are shown some harrowing images. And if we're not careful, then we can very easily become overwhelmed by it all. Now, we have one of two options. We can either bury our heads in the sands and harden our hearts and become desensitized to it all, or we could do something about it. Now, that doesn't mean to say that we will be able to end all the misery in the world and put an end to world poverty. No. But we will certainly be able to make a difference in the lives of those around us. How? Through the gift and the power of empathy. Now, I call it a gift because that's exactly what we give to the other person when we offer them a listening ear and an empathetic heart. Just listening to them, giving them the time of day, and even perhaps praying for them. A few months ago, I injured my back through an exercise regime. I was doing some Russian twists and I went a little bit too far and I hurt my back and I was in absolute excruciating pain. I had little to no mobility in my back. I couldn't stand for very long. I couldn't walk at a normal pace and I couldn't go and do the weekly food shop. My wife had to come with me in order to pack the bags. And as we were standing at the till, the woman behind the cashier on the till, she was perhaps looking at me thinking, there's a strapping young man standing here while his poor wife is humping all the shopping. I tell you, I didn't get much empathy from her that day, that's for sure. But in contrast, as I was speaking to another person who suffers with constant chronic pain on a daily basis, I caught a glimpse into their world. Now, on the outside, they look fine, they look okay, but looks can be deceiving because not every disability is visible. And so, as I say, that day I caught a glimpse into their world. And so, let us not dismiss or minimize the suffering that other people experience on a daily basis, but let us be compassionate and let us show empathy just like Jesus. I love what the scriptures say. They tell us that we do not have a high priest who is unable to empathize with our weaknesses. Hebrews 4:15. And the Apostle Paul, he tells us that he was able to comfort others with the same comfort that he had received from the Lord. 2 Corinthians and chapter 1. And so let us rejoice with those who rejoice, and let us mourn with those who are mourning, and let us show compassion and empathy towards them. Because as we do, we will be able to make a difference in this world and bring transformational change, one life at a time.